Ugh. Welcome in. Welcome in. The hell? That was weird. Also weird is how heavy we are. Probably need to look into that. Probably a bunch of stuff that needs to be stored away somewhere somehow. Do have some extra weapons and armor weighing down some. The Axe of Whiterun's like 16 pounds, or bramble plinths, or whatever. Iduge. Oh, this shield. Not learn this enchantment? Or do we already know it? Ghostblade's only 1 pound, that's fun. I have a bunch of gold ore, and 60 gold rings might be 20 pounds worth of gear. Might be related to where all this weight's coming from. Youngoth could look into getting a place to live. He's currently bouncing between locales. Just sort of hoping. Because he doesn't really need to sleep to stay alive anymore.
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done.
That looked unpleasant. Honored dead. Heard enough of that shit on Vardenfell.
My brother tells me you've done us a service. Thank you.
I do not want or need your thanks.
No sudden moves, understand?
Halt! The Dwemer Museum isn't open to anyone without the court wizard's permission.
Oh, who's the court wizard?
Galsimo. He's the Jarl's magical advisor, but he spends most of his time studying the ruins. If you want in, Galsimo has to give his say-so. He's usually in front of Nishuan Cell, just down the tunnel.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's reasonable. Probably got some stuff there that's not ready yet.
What is it, nephew? Can't you see I'm trying to think here?
I just wanted to know if you needed anything.
No, nothing. Nothing at all.
Are you sure?
Stop bothering me, Icanter.
A pleasant young man. And a pleasant old man. Actually, no, they're both young to me now, aren't they? Dwarves. By Calselmo. This must be new stuff about them. Begin by correcting a common misconception. It would be the fun in coping if it were healthy. There wouldn't be any. Hi, Quilla. Proper term to use when referencing the ancient lost race of Tamriel is Dwemer. I remember. People definitely used to call them dwarves all the time. A lot of people, actually. Even here in Skyrim, used to always say dwarf. Back during the Simulacrum. It's a word whose meaning is roughly translated to people of the deep, Dwemer, in the common tongue, and whose use has been widely replaced by the more ubiquitous nomenclature dwarves. I would like it stated that I use the name dwarves in lieu of the more accurate term in these books out of sympathy for my readership, whom I can safely assume does not have the breadth of scholarship that 200 years of study has given me. The doomed Weebmer. I admit I haven't studied for 200 years, but I've been doing something for them. That small point finished, let us begin our discussion on the dwarves by focusing on the indisputable artifacts they have left behind. The architectural and cultural designs. Suppose if Calselmo's well over 200 years old, he would be closer to Ngoth's age than most other people he's met. Unlike the more controversial area of dwarven scholarship, Construction of dwarven cities and relics are well-founded due to the plethora of samples taken from the ruins these peoples have left behind. What's the point of that forward if he's just going to call them dwarves anyway? That's a good question, actually. My own home city, Markarth, was originally one such ruin. I can state from first-hand experience that all dwarven designs share a set of common principles being used to determine true artifacts from fakes, delineate patterns and methodologies that were important to their craftsmen. Actually, maybe if this is a book intended to be useful to both the common man and to scholars. So if he wants actual scholars to read this, he doesn't want them to think he's stupid. That's the best I can come up with as a reason. First of all, we can say for certain that dwarven artisans favored stone, at least as far as their buildings were concerned. I think he's hot shit, he was born in fucking Markarth. Fair point. I mean, I suppose for someone who studies Dwemer architecture, that's probably the best place to have grown up. Literally growing up in it. Hey, Corningat. First of all, we can say for certain that dwarven artisans favored stone, at least as far as their buildings were concerned. Can confirm, every dwarven place was made of fucking rocks. All of them. This is no surprise. With notable exceptions, the vast majority of dwarven architecture is found underground or carved out of mountains. It's possible, although only theoretically, the dwarves first mastered masonry as a race quite early. Later examples of metalwork were added on to much earlier stone designs, as the dwarves began to master more complex tools. Real Dwemerologists go to Morrowind. I mean, he's probably been to Morrowind, he just wasn't born there. And I mean, this place, he's only just now starting to actually research it. Regardless, the foundation of all known dwarven ruins is built on stonework. The structure of dwarven stonework is sharp, angular, and intensely mathematical in nature. There are some people who really hate that they added the Dwemer into Skyrim. I don't know, it makes sense. I mean, I really don't think it's too big a problem. They were never known to range into Skyrim before Test 5. I don't see a big problem with it, because the thing is, Morrowind is right next to Skyrim. Now, if they mainly kept it to the east side of Skyrim, that'd probably be more realistic. But having them be all over also let them do the Falmer thing more realistically. And I mean, Dwemer Ruins are some of the most fun dungeons, in my opinion. Because there's all these traps that are, you know, interesting to go around. Although, whatever. The thing with the Falmer, though, is the Dwemer are taking their place. A little, yeah. But I meant, like, the story they wanted to tell about them, about the Dwemer essentially tricking them. Falmer are the ancient elves whose ruins should be dotting the landscape. Yeah. By simple count, there are hundreds if not thousands of samples of dwarven buildings made of precise square shapes. Far fewer examples of discretely rounded or curved stonework, leading us to believe that early dwarves favored trusted, well-calculated designs based on angled lines, rather than riskier, more imprecise calculations based on arcs and curves. It is worth noting, their automatons are much more curved, especially those, balls. Now we have the somewhat implausible world building. The Nords destroyed all Falmer structures utterly, but left the Dwemer ones. Huh. That is weird, yeah. I mean, okay. We can think about it this way. The Dwemer weren't sieged out of their places, which were then destroyed, like, as part of a war effort. The Dwemer... It's unclear how... I don't think it's clear exactly, at least, when the Dwemer would have left these different ruins. It could have been back during the first era when the Dwemer all disappeared at once. Another curious bit of world building. Why the Nords tolerate the Dwemer? Maybe because the Dwemer were very advanced smiths. Doesn't seem characteristic to them. They might appreciate smithing. That alone might have let them get something resembling a, what's the word? Transactional, They do not appreciate elves. The Dwemer are the least elfy elves, I'd say. Except maybe the Orsimer. But no, even the Orsimer are still... it's arguable. But the Nords hate the Orsimer for completely different reasons, anyway. I don't think most Nords would even call them an elf. Yeah, it could be as simple as... yeah. Ears too pointy to be human, so must be elf. Yeah, that's what Ungoth says every time he sees a Khajiit. Too pointy, must be an elf. Also, they have specific ancient mythological issues with orcs. Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Their thing with orcs is completely different than their thing with elves. Like, it's not even like the same category. Based in Pelennor build. This comparatively simple tradition of stone cutting has nevertheless resulted in buildings that are as structurally sound today as they were thousands of years ago, making the works of our most skilled masons today seem like child's play in comparison. Although, actually, Dawnguard might offer a bit of an answer. It's possible that the Falmer were just better at hiding their forts than the Dwemer were. The Dwemer were a lot less tricky about it. Here's the thing. The only Falmer architecture we found was hidden so well, you had to pray to a god who isn't worshipped anymore. I mean, technically it's just Auriel, but without the apostrophe. It's very hard to get in there. Two things about Nords which make it curious: they apparently never had an issue with the Dwemer. They hate elves and they hate sharing land. Well, the Dwemer usually lived inside the places the Nords couldn't live anyway. Although, actually no, the Nords dug into the ground too, to build their old cities. Like Sarthal. Hard to believe all their structures were so well hid. Probably not all of them, but at least some of them had to be. They had the entirety of Skyrim and didn't use any of it but the very well hidden grottos. I'm not saying all of them were like that, but we see they're able to hide that shit quite well if they so desire. Though, again, that wasn't a especially holy place, so maybe it's not realistic to assume any of their other locations are that well hidden. Sure did love underground, they had huge surface structures too. Yeah. Metalwork, as far as we know, is the primary method used to make almost all dwarven crafts. We cannot, however, discount more easily destructible materials such as clay, paper, and glass from outside the scope of dwarven craftsmanship. Given the tendency of dwarven design to favor the long-lasting over the fragile, safely assume that at the very least metal was a heavy preference. The metal used in all so far discovered dwarven relics is entirely unique to their culture. No other race has replicated whatever process was used to create dwarven metal. That's true, the only way you can make more dwarven ingots is by melting down various Dwemer scrap, which I think is a really cool thing. Although it can be easily mistaken for bronze, and in fact many forgers of dwarven material use bronze to create their fake replicas, it is most definitely a distinct type of metal on its own. I've personally seen metallurgists attempt to combine several different types of steel and common and rare ores in order to imitate dwarven metal's exclusive properties. The only method that has been successful is to melt down existing dwarven metallic scraps and start over from there.
I have things to study. What is it?
Oh, sorry, I
Uncle
need to
Selma's
use your enchanting table. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, just a guard.
Old
Do.
dwarven city underneath the keep. The Schuenzell. Best steer clear if you don't want a steam centurion carving you up.
Ancestors in the Dunmer. I'm good. Actually, let me see what the hell this guy was on about before.
If it's about the Hall of the Dead, no, you can't go in there.
The Hall of the Dead? Is that where you keep your dead?
New to Skyrim? I was confused at first, too.
Like the Drummer Ruins of Skyrim, but I do think it's a little weird the can of worms it opens. Mostly I think it's a shame they passed on the opportunity to expand on something new with Falmer Ruins. I suppose it was a bit of a correction in Dawnguard. How much they hate each other, the Nords and the Dunmer are more similar than either will admit. Oh, what was the problem?
Rest assured, the Jarl hears everyone's concerns. You will be able to visit the dead again soon.
I can't do shit if you don't tell me, dude.
Alright. I was going to suggest the Jarl hire someone to sort this mess out anyway. We've discovered that some of the dead have been... eaten.
Oh.
Flesh has been chewed off. Bones were snapped to get at the marrow inside. We haven't caught anyone or anything yet. It's like it knows when I'm there. If you can get to the bottom of this, the priesthood of Arcade will reward you. Take my key, and be careful. Tread lightly in the hall. We don't know what's in there.
Nah, the hell with it. RK seems fine.
Not many would walk blindly into a crypt, smelling of steel and blood, but not fear.
Cannibalism is one thing. Why does Namira insist on eating old, rotten corpses? Kind will certainly make you very sick.
I feel the hunger inside of you, gnawing at you. You see the dead, and your mouth grows wet. Your stomach growls.
Fucking what?
It's all right. I will not shun you for what you are. Stay.
I mean, I won't say I've never done it, but... Where the fuck she get an intercom? That really... It does sound like she's talking over an intercom because of the echo. What? Who the fuck?
You were young when you first tasted human flesh, weren't you? A brother or sister had died? An accident, of course. Then the hunger set in. Curiosity. What's the harm in just one bite? It's okay now. You found a friend who understands.
It is crazy this lady just assumes you're another cannibal and not here to kill her. Yo, the fuck are you talking about? The echo, the slight compression audio quality, yeah.
A lot of our kind block
Not
out
assuming
the
she's
memories of
gaslighting.
this,
Also
the
true.
shame is too much. But you don't need to hide.
Yeah,
it.
no, this is gaslighting.
Namira, the Lady of Decay, accepts you.
Oh,
for
you
what
guys
are.
worship
She
Namira.
has a place for us where we can sate our appetites without judgment.
Where?
It's inside Reachcliff Cave. But the dead have stirred from their slumber recently, and I was forced here. Meet me there. We'll fight our way to Namira's embrace together. Until then, tell the people of Markarth that their dead won't be disturbed anymore. We have bigger plans ahead.
I can still hear you. What's up, RK? Needs help and wants to recruit a new cannibal to the cult for the glory of Namira. It's pure gaslighting. Yeah. It's really funny that it works on most players simply because they're way more interested in a Daedric artifact than a leveled amount of gold. I can't say I blame most players, because who gives a shit about gold you can get literally anywhere, versus a Daedric artifact you can't get anywhere but here. Although that might be worth it for the ring, though, yeah. This is a very good ring. I don't recall how it's been changed in Artificer, if it's been changed at all. In the base game, it's quite good. Like, the benefits it gives you, and... Unlike in Fallout, you don't really have the, really very serious cannibalism downsides. You just have upsides for it. Emu can be a good source of healing. Yeah, the thing is, on, like... I think it's actually, like, turned survival mode into easy mode. I think. Or do you... I've never played survival mode myself. It would make sense if it let you just get free food by doing that. You didn't have to carry any with you.
You've returned. What happened in the Hall of the...
It's safe now.
The vines preserve you. You're a hero.
Thanks for just
We'll
taking my
reopen the
word on
hall
that.
right away.
No downside, except people will attack you if
Take
they
my
see you do it.
amulet as a reward. Arcade protect you.
An arcade amulet. Yeah, arcade's not bad. Makes that part easier.
Next season, nephew. Next season for sure.
Yeah.
Next season for sure. What? Uncle Calselmo, I don't understand what you mean.
The excavation I counter. Right after I finish my book, we'll start excavating the Shuan Zell again.
Could I maybe skip the excavation, Uncle Calselmo? I just think you won't need me.
Nonsense. You're a vital part of my research team. You'll be there.
Ow.
No fear. Now, I don't want to hear another word of protest.
It was never really the hard part. The hard part of survival mode is temperature, north especially. It'd be interesting and also bullshit if Nords got to circumvent that part. Yeah. I bet it's the... I sneezed. Ingoth is thinking back. He was a dirty, smelly, cyrodiilic orphan for a while. And he knows there were people, like, other kids he grew up with who definitely died before he got out of that life. And he'll admit he doesn't always remember how. He doesn't always remember how he managed to eat at all, in fact. Horsepower remains? Yeah. I did eat a bunch of hearts when I was a werewolf. But no one usually gives a shit. Be special dialogue for a boss where it goes, "Oh shit, I eat people. I ate my grandfather when I was 3, you racist gaslighter." Nords do get a buff against the cold. Not entirely circumvent it, but it is easier for them. Far away is this place? Not that far.
The road takes us past many cold rivers. We can fill our skins there.
If the river is not frozen to ice, perhaps.
The wind
Khajiit
blows bitter
welcomes
cold.
you.
The
And
warm
also
sand of
for it.
elsewhere is far away from here.
Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna sneeze again, I don't know when. Fourth era Nords need to wear furs to not catch a cold. Third era Nords were freeballing it in the Arctic like it was nothing. Old, like, Daggerfall lore was... the farther north you go, the fewer clothes the Nords actually wore. I don't know why I'm opening my map like it matters in Skyrim most of the time. It's a judge of distance, not much else. They go insane from the cold? Possibly. But real Nord men don't need sanity. Of course not. Hang on a minute. I'm just now realizing. Does it mean there are 2 goddamn Daedra in Markarth? God, that place sucks. It's all built on top of Dwemer ruins, too.
I'm warning
Back
you.
off.
Back off.
Never
What's
should
up,
come
Forsworn
here.
fuckers? There we go. On fucking fire. Alright, Forsworn never have anything good on them. Might just be an MK rambling, I don't remember. It said the Nords resist the cold by constantly changing their minds, otherwise they would freeze. So while barbarian Nords can resist the cold, they're not trying to think about anything in particular. Civilized Nords that focus on one specific thing can't. I mean... the Nords are the ones closest to Atmora, which is apparently so frozen now that time doesn't move there. I'd believe it. Cave entrance over here. Reachwater Rock. Ah, cave behind a waterfall. Ha ha. Classic. Dragon Claw. Then legend. Let's see. Let this place be forgotten forever. Let it be struck from the rolls of history. Let it never be spoken of by man or mare. Well, good thing I'm neither of those. Its very name be lost to the ages. We've always saying, neither man nor mare can solve this. Let neither man nor mare attempt it. Guess what? I ain't either, bitch. He who enter here know. This place was sealed at great price. Honor those who perished here. Turn back and leave them to their rest. I'll get back to you in a minute, Namira. Investigate the Gauldur legend. Gauldur? Oh. I've got a piece of that, actually. Let's see. Long ago, the Archmage Gauldur was murdered. His 3 sons were hunted down by King Harald's personal battle mage. The entire incident was covered up, their names struck from every record. Legend survived. Perhaps someone still knows the truth of this ancient tale. Probably shouldn't go in there without some kind of plan. I don't know if I've ever gotten the completed Gauldur amulet before. That wants me to go quite far. Alright, you lucked out, Namira. You're closer to where I am right now. How's it going?
There are dragons about, traveler. Be warned.
Just in general?
It happened so fast. 1 minute the dragon was there, the next it was gone. Everything was destroyed.
Yeah. Well, sucks to be you. Do. Reach Cliff Cave.
You've come. The Draugr infesting the Mirror Sanctuary are inside.
Draugr infestation. Wait here.
Then I'll wait.
I don't do well with help. Hulking Draugr. That's new. Never seen one of you before. I played this game a very long time. I've never heard of a hulking Draugr. Dented iron shield. Dented. Huh. Hang on, what the hell was that Draugr wearing? That is completely different gear than the rest of them. Ugh. Take a free soul, sure. Regular Draugr. They Draugr are infesting our sanctuary, but the Draugr were very obviously here first. Yep. Son of a... You can't just create Draugr out of nothing. They kind of existed already. With the legs, crush the head. Water breathing potion. That's funny. You're real funny, Draugr. Oh. Wonder if I can... Auto rock there makes it tricky. Ha-ha! I mean, there wasn't much in the chest, but I still feel so smart for having gotten it. You? Arian Helgar. Doors of Oblivion. Frontier, Conquest. Frontier, Chameleon. I'll be coming out through here at some point. Ooh. Oh dear. Death Overlord. Gotcha! Ha ha! Tough bastard. Ebony sword. Those are cool. Not cool enough to take or anything, but cool. Fair enough, that's a Namira shrine. Windhelm letters. Ah, the real Berenzia. How the fuck is that here? Guess this place was being used by a Namira cult. Maybe they get a kick out of the book. Could definitely drop some of these. That was a good chunk of weight just on. Yep, called it. I guess reverse called it. It opened up. Now it's a shortcut out, probably. 2920 Sun's Height. Ransom of Zarek. Black Arrow Volume 1. Breachcliff's secret entrance. Okay. Suppose that's not really even a shortcut, just a way you can leave if you want to. Ah, you came in after all.
You've done it. The shrine is ours again.
Yeah, sure.
Now we need to prepare a grand feast to welcome you to Namira's coven.
I didn't agree to be a
You have the
witch.
honor of bringing a fresh kill for the main course, and I know the perfect person.
Oh.
A priest filled with the taste of an easy life, Brother Verilus from Markarth. Give him this gold. Tell him you need Arcae's help exploring an old cavern for treasure. And when he stands in Amira's presence, she will take care of the rest. Say hello to Verilus for me.
I mean, I could, but it's kind of like, seems like kind of a dick move. I don't know if he deserves this. Trying to think of a way to justify Ngoth agreeing to this, and honestly, the guy didn't piss him off. Really can't think of a reason he would. Hell is that thing? Is that a fucking hag raven? Did you chuck a fireball at a flame Atronak? Are you stupid? You did it point blank range, too. I heard they're supposed to be dangerous magic users. This one was straight up stupid. Never seen someone be that stupid before. Let me chuck a powerful expert level fire spell at something made of fire. Honestly, I can't think of a reason Ngoth would do it. Like, it's not even someone he's pissed enough at to do something about. That is something I appreciate about this quest from a roleplay perspective. This guy was never, like, rude to you or anything. There's not really any justifiable reason to kill him and eat him. You're doing this for power. I don't think at the moment Ngoth is really willing to do that for power. Though he's definitely curious about that. He's not interacted with Namira much at all. Not at all, in fact. Let me...
Keep that magic away from me.
Just transmuting, calm your ass. Yeah. This is a great way to train alteration. Owie.
hardest worker in Left Hand. Better than any man.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say. I could not care less. The regeneration spell on to speed this up. I was around with a collection called Gate to Sovngarde for Skyrim. It's pretty neat. Yeah, what's it, oh wait, I think I saw a bunch of... I think I've seen that, actually. I saw a bunch of the SKYRIM stuff is just kind of in it.
Don't have much
Hey,
to say. Unless
ma'am,
you're
you
here
have
for
a
my
bucket stuck to your hand? For you, is that accomplishing something? Very extensive SKYRIM, yeah. Big city overhauls. Paper map with no player marker. I mean... No player marker is... iffy. I do like the paper map. I roleplay, because this is... Here's the thing. This is an actual far render of the world in real time. Yes, it's in real time, because... depending on your location, if you kill a dragon, you can oftentimes actually see it on the map when it's doing the soul absorb thing and, like, shining. If you're transporting water, that's not gonna be... you're not gonna get it over there, holding it like that. Sorry to tell ya. It's LOD, same as distant terrain. Yeah, but it is still... yeah. There's a specific layer dedicated to it. LOD 24, you think? Ah. Yes, it is a distant terrain texture, but this does prove it's updating in real time as actual things change in the world. Some respect is cool. I think it's really neat when you can see stuff on the map which is happening to the world. Yeah? It doesn't really feel like looking at a map. Yeah, that is the thing. It's a cool video game map. It's not a very immersive map. But by being a map like this, it's also exceptionally accurate. Like, you can look at this, you know what the terrain is where you're going. Like, you don't need a key or anything. You just know. You don't need a map legend. Look at this shit. Yep, that's what it is, for sure. Map without a player marker is interesting. Using a mod like that for Morrowind 2 right now. Makes you rely on landmarks and road signs. I mean, getting around with landmarks and road signs, you already have to do that in Morrowind for the most part, unless you're just flying around. Flying around, thwarting your plans.
Traveling. Where do you want to go?
Give me the Morthal.
Back and we'll be off.
There you go.
Ask for better weather.
Getting lost can be fun sometimes. It certainly can be.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard.
I'm getting as far away from you as possible. Dawn Guard. Vampires are not that big a deal right now. At least not a big enough deal for me to dedicate any of my time to the fuckers. I just ran into Molag Bal, who claims he made them. I don't think he's telling the truth, but he says he did. Wouldn't shut up about it last time I saw him. Last time before this, I should say. Yeah, vampires are totally me. Our way to traverse Morrowind is jump 100, 1 second, hop in the direction of your target, cast Levitate to stop you before you hit the ground. Now, the proper way is with Scrolls of Icarian Flight. which are very similar to what you said, but it's not the same thing. Fuck is that? Is that a word? It's the way Todd intended. Ugh. Life of poison breath. Huh. Carrion flight scrolls exist to tease the player to realize the true fast travel method. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, not for nothing, it is really funny there's just a word here in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, they hadn't finished carving this one. They only got one word down. Or, hell, maybe someone was desperate to write just that one word. That's all they could get out. Stop you right in the air. Also use slow fall to stop your fall, but you prefer levitate. Just stops you right in the air. Completely destroys physics. Ow. Never noticed that before. That's neat. Yeah. Wonder what that word is. It is the word life. Or it's any of the words from Poison Breath. At least that's what you learn from it. You know what? I could look and see if it actually is the word I saw there. Because the script is consistent. They did make the actual language. Nah, that's definitely different. See if it's any of the other ones I know. No. No. Got some of the same parts as air, but not quite. It's not fire. Not ice. It's got a symbol in common with life, or... Still got that last symbol in common. I don't know what word that is. If we knew what word that is, we could probably figure out a little bit of lore of this spot. What the hell even is this spot is further question, you know? It's not marked on the map or anything. This is just out here. Wait. Is Poison Breath actually a shout? I have no memory of it. I don't think I've ever found this place before. Poison Breath. It must not be a very good shout if it is one, but... I'm wondering if this is something Simon added with one of the mods. Because poison damage isn't really something you can do in Skyrim by default. I think that's a Simon Rim shout. Yeah. What is this in the base game, then? Did he just add a new shout location? Alright, I don't need to be shouting these guys down, but I wanted to. Voice spreads plague to all who hear it. First word is life, which... Also the first word of Aura Whisper. Yeah, even written the same, so, yeah, one of those is not original. I guess if he only used words from other shouts, so he could still... I guess he would have to, so he could reuse the lines. Love the blowback. Alright, which standing stone is over here? This isn't the Apprentice. No, the Apprentice is way on the southeast side. I remember where that one is, I think. No, this is the Apprentice. I'm thinking of the Atronak. Regenerate magicka much faster, more vulnerable to elemental spells. Whatever you want to say? Nah, it was... yeah. Apprentice it is, yeah. I'm glad even you are blanking on some of the locations here. Now, it's my understanding that Apprentice actually scales with all other... at least the way Simon has redone it. It now scales with all other, regen boosts to magicka. It doubles your rate, which means it also doubles the rate of any other bonuses you add, which is pretty cool. Makes it not just fall off entirely. That's what I like. Now all the, all of the symbols are just good. What the fuck is... how did I know this was here? Dennis Valen. 18th of Morningstar. 4th era. 201. Alright. Actually, he did add that word, though. He definitely put the word there, because I feel like I've been through there and didn't find it. Unmarked Barrow is in the vanilla game. He checked on the UESP satellite map. No, that Barrow's definitely there, but it was so weird, because it's not a word wall. That I had to come to, wait, also, it's a poison damage thing, which is not... the only way to deal poison damage in base Skyrim is either to poison your weapon, or use poison runes. Which it's weird that they have runes in Skyrim for that are still under the restoration tree. That's weird. How long has it been since I first heard the Gauldur legend? 80 years? 100? I can think of nothing else now. My goal is at hand. Guess adding new word walls is a bit involved. Yeah. Probably has scope for a shout mod. After years of searching, I finally traced the Ivory Claw to a collector in Bravil. His death was necessary. Bravil? Motherfucker. I have it. At last I have it. That is interesting. Some of the claws are just not in Skyrim until very recently. 3 days of non-stop riding. Reached Anvil ahead of my pursuers. Took passage on the Ice Runner, bound for Solitude once more. Solitude, are we? Ah, we are kind of close to Solitude. Kind of think of it. Sure enough, there the fuck it is. Had I not noticed that? Holgunther. Surprised he didn't make any kind of, like... Actually, I suppose I didn't really check if there was some kind of extension for his shout mod. It was like, word walls for my new shouts. You'd be comfortable living on that stone arch that Solitude is on? This arch here? Fuck no. Like, I don't think I'd ever feel okay living on this arch. Might add word walls to Nordic dungeons. I don't have any now that I think about it. There's only so many of those. Yeah. Keyhole. Snake. Oh, they already did this part. Wow. That's kind of fun. You find this place mid-do. Like, they were already doing it. There's corpses everywhere. This is fun. A dungeon someone else is halfway through exploring, and you come in. Ooh, level up. Honestly, don't have anything else in Conjuration wants to take right now. That guy is toasty. Toasty! Toasty! Respite is okay, but I don't need stamina very often. I need to think of sleep to level up. I suppose like many things, I'm of two minds about it. You know? On the one hand, I like the convenience of just being allowed to level up when I get the level. But also, like, to some extent, it is fun to force you to take rest, you know? You should have to take rest for some reason, and if that's the only one they can think of, so be it. Gotta keep shouting for that one. You think Skyrim forgets it needs to slow the player down sometimes? Yeah. Like, I am intentionally making myself slow down here. Let's just pick up Blacksmith. Don't have any really good stuff at the moment. In an RPG, you have to find ways to slow the player down sometimes. They just keep going through everything like a train. They ignore the world you made for them. Yeah. I don't really think about it or appreciate it. Now, I managed to do it to myself. I slow down on purpose and appreciate on purpose because, well, that's how I enjoy things. I pick them apart to figure out what's good and wrong about them, you know? I complain about things. It's how I function. Why did I fucking explode? Oh, wait, right. Atronak. Flame Atronak next to a pool of oil. Not my smartest call. Yeah, I suppose it is a decent way to force the player to slow down and go back do stuff. But Skyrim's entire, like, design philosophy is letting you keep doing things, keep getting distracted from doing things. And if you, like, really had to have, time to go back and stock up between every single thing, like, you really couldn't perpetuate yourself solely in the dungeons like a lot of people love doing, I don't know if this game would be anywhere near as popular or beloved as it is. It's something very palatable, but most palatable things lend themselves to people kind of not appreciating them the way they should. It's a double-edged sword. You know, learn it. You're as fucking gonna turn any undead. What was his name again? Danis Valen. See here. Wolgenthur, Gehrman's Hall. I already got the one in Sarthal. Yeah. Yes, can you... I wish those weren't right at the top of where you read, you know? Like, I have to open a book to get this, but I have to wait for you to finish it. To actually read it. How to summarize a lifetime of research. So little of what I've learned matters now. Petty politics of ancient times. The age-long campaign to wipe out all mention of the Gauldur name. I know not what awaits us within Fulgenthur. So here, then, is the truth of the tale. As best as I have been able to piece it together. The opening days of the First Era, the Archmage Gauldur was revered throughout the North. Wisdom, wealth, honor, and power were his. Even Ysgramor's heirs sought his counsel. Smothered by his shadow, Gauldur's 3 sons grew cruel and resentful. They lusted after their father's power and prestige, and eventually Jirik, the eldest, discovered its source, a mysterious amulet from which he never parted. Together they conspired to murder their father in his sleep, and divide his amulet between them, and so it was done. Consumed by their newfound power, the brothers laid waste to the surrounding villages. So great was the carnage that the High King himself intervened, sending a company of battle mages led by the Archmage Geirmund to subdue the brothers. After a devastating battle, the three fled the field. Mikrul, the youngest, was run to ground in Fulgenthur, the ancient barrow at the foot of Solitude. Mikrul. Though he fought for 3 days and nights, he was at last overcome and entombed there, his crypt sealed by an ivory claw. Got that here? Geirmund pursued Jirik to the shattered crypts of Sarthal, half-buried even then. 10 veteran wizards fell before Jirik's elemental magic. He could not overcome them all together. He too fell, and was sealed within the ruined city. Oh. Okay, we can put together a bit about the Eye of Magnus, then. It's very unlikely... If the Eye of Magnus was already there, it's unlikely they would have put him in there, right? They would have seen that, been like, hey, what the fuck is that? And at last, Sigdus was cornered in the southernmost reaches of Skyrim. He challenged Lord Geirmund to a duel, knowing his foe was honor-bound to accept. They clashed in battle, matched strength for strength, and fell together on the field before Ivarstead. High King ordered a tomb built for Geirmund on the lake which still bears his name, and had Sigdus sealed within, forever guarded by the one who slew him. Gauldur himself was interred in a cave not far from where his tower once stood, in the place called Reachwater Rock. Been there. When it was done, King Harald issued an edict. The name and deeds of Gauldur and his sons were to be expunged from every record, every chronicle. Under pain of death, no word of them was to be spoken, lest any try to recover the amulet that had been sealed at so great a cost. So it was done. Little survived the ages. Enough. 4,000 years have passed. The tombs remain sealed. Fragments of the Gauldur amulet lie within. Since the day I first heard the rumor, I felt its power, calling me, pulling at me. I will be the one to reclaim it, restore it, bear it out into the world once more. I must have it, I must! I mean, I already got one piece. Yeah, that looks natural. I'm just now noticing there was something next to that. Missed me! Do. Killed your friends first. Alright, let's see here. There we go. Sweep the legs, crush the skull. It's a good animation. Did not mean to take that. Yeah, there's arrows stuck in me still. There's a Forsworn arrow in here. Who put that there? Anything up here? Nah. Would have been funny. Great RPG needs a proper balance between friction and ease. Nothing Bethesda has ever really hit that mark. Yeah, I would argue that Morrowind hits probably a little too much friction, Skyrim probably hits too much on the ease. Morrowind maybe comes the closest, but given how many people complain about Morrowind, it's hitting the friction a bit too hard. Yeah, that's where I was going, at least by modern standards. You also have to look at the standards of when the game was made. When Morrowind was made, it was probably pretty perfectly balanced. But for modern standards... I think Arena was always too much friction. Maybe Daggerfall when it came out. Oblivion and Skyrim do away with almost all the gameplay friction. Is the thing. I'd say Oblivion still has some friction in there. Specifically, it still has durability. But that's a bit of friction I'm quite happy to see gone. I never enjoy that. You know? I never enjoy item durability. Yeah, I know better than to stand directly in those things' line of fire. Okay, I need to look between these two rooms. Snake, whale, bird. From front to back. Yeah, that ought to do it. Gem doesn't even have a soul in it. How'd it shoot me? There we go. Yeah, I would say... Oblivion... It's not balanced. I would rather say its ease and friction are in the wrong places. You know? If that makes any sense? Like, I think it has the correct amount, it's just not distributed where it should be. Glass Greatsword. My current add-on damage. 69, this is... also 69. Be faster, but I wouldn't have the bleed effect. Guys think you're hot shit coming out of graves? Whip the leg, crush the skull. Could not be standing near there soon. Wait, if they just time out, they don't explode. That's right. I do like how all the torches go out when they start getting up. Bird, other thing. That. Maybe dragon? Crack her open. Oganthur Crypt. Of course. Mikro Gaulderson. Drugger thralls with broken animations. Oh, he's got absorb health on that sword. Not enough, though. Gauldur Amulet Fragment. Health increased by 50. Rid of Ceiling. Gauldur Blackblade. Absorbs 20 health from living targets. I killed your boss already. You want to keep going? No? Alright then. I've got 2 fragments. There's apparently 3 total. I guess all the thralls died when I got him. Yeah. Ah, another word wall. Probably shouldn't take that stamina potion, honestly. Ah! Frost of Frost Breath. Huh. Yes, frost. Breath is winter, your Thuum is blizzard. Back to Folgunthur. That's what that's like. Ah. Gehrman's Hall. Said it's far to the south, but I don't got any fucking clue where that would be. Hey, here's a thing. Here is a point of ease in the game that we were talking about. Being able to come back really easily. I wonder what this is. Like, not having to go back the exact way you came, giving you shortcuts. Has a point of ease. But it's not completely without friction, because you do still find it. Common soul and some gold. Just hidden in there. Guy was probably a pretty good scholar. Great murderer. Killed at least a guy. But he's not a good adventurer, to be honest. Case in point, he died. Somewhere south. It's actually not that far from Iverstead, it said in the book. Getting to Iverstead wouldn't be too hard, would it? I want to go to Solitude, though. Nah, I'll go back to Morthal. Solitude was a shithole when it was new. Not going back unless I have to. Right. Oh, Courier's here. What's up, Courier?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Sounds good.
Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours.
Ah, another one of
Looks
these.
like that's it. Got to go.
Even Ingoth isn't old enough to remember when Solitude was new. No, he doesn't. At least not literally. Bit of a stir in Folgunthur. Who the fuck was in Folgunthur to give a shit? Everyone is anxious for the return of the Dragonborn. Da-da-da. Attention to Hag's End. What's a mysterious source of power can only be unlocked by the Dragonborn. Oop, wrong button. He doesn't remember it. He just knows it to be true. Where's Hag's End? Not that far from here in theory. Yeah, he'll grab it while he's close by. Then go back to getting that supposedly all-powerful amulet. Who could possibly send you a note about a disturbance you caused in an ancient ruin? Maybe the same person who was fucking with the traps while I was in there. Friend my ass. Trying to slow me down so I couldn't figure out who they are. Fort Snowhawk. Hey, you guys have a hole in your wall. Oh, Necromancer Fort. Got it.
Never should have come here.
Probably.
Yeah. Aha here.
What the fuck is happening? I get stuck on a bone? Start sliding around at the speed of noun. Oop.
Out of our guide.
I missed. What?
I'll see you burn.
Yeah, down. There you go. I was looting that. Bastard. Right, necromancers never keep money on them. Cheapskates. What were you doing with that bow? Barred from the other side. Interesting.
What was that?
You know, current shout isn't doing a lot of damage, and if I'm just looking for, like, training, first level of Unrelenting Force is only 10 seconds, so I can spam it a lot more and get more experience out of it. At least until I can get the cooldown reduction one. Oh, I could actually use the level 3 for the same amount of cooldown. And then it not work for reasons I can't even begin to comprehend. Is Ward eat it? I didn't think that was a thing. I don't think shouts count as magic on that front.
Fire, frost, or lightning, you will suffer at my hands.
Feel like opening a goddamn door so I can. We can get this show on the road. One of those candlestick doors? What the fuck? Apprentice Robes of Illusion. Huh.
Where are you? Don't you? There you are. I am master of the arcade.
Yeah, I can't get through the door. You guys feel like opening it, that'd be nice, but, we both know you're not gonna do that. How the fuck did she get in there? Gotcha in the back. Right through the sternum. It's where you keep all your important organs. Like your liver. That's probably an important organ, right? It does something you need. Look, I never said Ungoth was great at biology. Dance and fire. Oh, block. Orders key. Necromancer's letter. Lady, we've driven the last of the bandits from Fort Snowhawk. Regretfully, the North Tower suffered some major damage in the final assault. Repairs are already underway. As you predicted, the fort should be an ideal site for our experiments. Much of it is ruined, of course. Its close proximity to the Northern Road should ensure us a steady supply of test subjects. Hope to have some preliminary results in the next few weeks. They're sciencey necromancers. But they're still the kind of necromancer that gets people to just not trust it. What happened in here? Varieties of Daedra. Meh. Raise zombie. Ah. Now, admit. Never really practiced bringing up corpses. A little curious. Probably no enemies here are low enough level for that to work, honestly. Yep. Nah. Must be broken. Goth is not an experienced necromancer. In fact, he's arguably still not a necromancer. He is yet to mance even a single necro.
I was sure I heard something. What was that?
But his connection to Aetherius should not be questioned. Hell? It was on the right. That was odd. But it's still Ray Zombie? Well, no regen, I guess.
Enough!
Gotcha right in the spine. Porter's key, already have that. Who's the lady they were talking about? Ring of the Footpad. Harder to detect while sneaking. Huh. Scale boots, frost resistance, robes of recovery. Nah. You trying to animate that thing with a soul gem? Wonder if that works. Put a soul gem in something and then it just stays. Seems like it works on the Dwemer robots. Let's check the prison. Bandit. Not gonna shed a tear for that.
Someone there.
Possibly. Ugh. This is just gross.
Never should have come here. Enough!
Fuck are you? Whoop. Moo. Straight through ya. Scroll of Circle of Strength. Create a circle on the ground, lasts for that. Stamina regenerates faster inside the circle. Oh, right. Circle spells. Goth hasn't learned any of those. He's always too on the move. Also haven't noticed any in any shops. Emerald. Don't see them too often. Adept robes. Ooh. Those started spawning. Firmament. This guy does not look like he's having a bad time here. Pull it tighter, meatbag. Ah, fuck. More bear traps than I thought I saw. We are not very far from where we started. Ingoth got distracted. That's the fun of Skyrim, though. Getting distracted doing a different area. You found something on the way to what you were doing and switch to it. Just gonna foos to keep enemies off balance for a while to train up speech. What is this, somebody's house? Miko's shack. There's a corpse in the bed. Journal. After all my years living in these woods, it looks like the rock joint will finally be the enemy. Guess that's fine. My friends are long dead. No one left is poor Miko. He's always a loyal companion. I know he'll be able to take care of himself. Hope someday I'll see him again. Loyal companion Miko.
Take this and hold on to it.
Who the fuck are you?
I'll be back for it later. I'll pay you good. Don't lose it. No time to talk. Snitch or double-cross me and I'll kill you. I mean it.
No more! I yield! I yield!
What was that you fucking said to me? Threaten me for shit I didn't even agree to. Eat shit and die. Where's this Miko the journal talked about? Yeah. Just to run off somewhere, I guess.
Did you see someone run past just now?
Guessing this is yours?
Yes. How did you get this? Never mind. Here. It's not much, but it's something. I'm going to track down
I'm
that...
on the run for the law, and I stopped to tell some
Murder him.
random stranger to hold onto my stuff and wait there to give it back. A singular gold coin. Whatever. I didn't care anyway. It's not much. It really fucking isn't much, you're correct. Thing is, this is the second time since arriving in Skyrim that's happened to Ingoth. Maybe not. Maybe the first time was disappeared from the timeline. I don't recall. Running. Down over here. Hang on, I know this place. This is Dragon Bridge. I can tell from the fucking Dragon Bridge. Ah, man, I haven't been here since, like, over 230 years. Ah, man. Last time I was here, I was looking for that giant ice tower that doesn't seem to exist anymore. I may have spoken too soon. Fuck is that? I'm not insane. That's not usually there. Oh, wait. No, wait. That's Meridia's shit. Nope, not dealing with you. I'm not here for a lecture about cannibalism or whatever the fuck you're on about this time, Meridia. I don't know, I'm sure it was something she's pissed about that no one else gives a shit. The undead, what was it? I've decided that Meridia happened to be in Aetherius during Ungoth's wedding, and they happened to appear. What exactly Meridia did there was annoying enough that Ungoth doesn't want to deal with them again. It wasn't bad, it was just annoying. So Ungoth has maintained the idea that she's annoying. How true is it? At least a little bit. To be fair, Meridia is very annoying. She's got this whole holier-than-thou thing going. Chop, chop. Hey, sanctimonious people really do get under Ungoth's skin. Or scales? It's still skin under there. What's this little thing? Little tiny ruins? Running from problems? Yeah, Ungoth is, running away from dealing with the fact that not only is Uriel dead, he also hasn't heard from his wife in quite a while. He couldn't hear from any of the Daedra while he was in Akavir. He's not fully sure why. But, not even a peep since he's been back is concerning, but he's not worrying about that right now. By instead searching and finding a lost, broken amulet. He's got 2 pieces already. He got the one in Sarthal without even knowing the other stuff. Now he got another one because he found a book on a corpse. He's actually now heading towards a word wall he was told about. No, there's nothing up there. Hi, by the way, Bathwater. What was that noise? Well... Ah, there it is. You're running from me, you fuck. Bleed out. Cease to exist. Probably go around here instead of trying to Skyrim it.
Now you're mine.
What? Oh, more of you shits.
Yeah. You won't win.
What?
Me right. yourself the true Dragonborn?
You won't be.
Ah, damn cultists. I hate that the cultists have mix-matched armor. Because their armor actually does look pretty cool. I think their robes are kind of neat, and the helmet is quite cool looking. Or the mask, you know. Owie. Deep wood redoubt. Stepped in a bear trap.
Enough.
Oh my god.
Never should have come here. I cannot fetch you.
You can't, huh?
Boost! Mercy!
No. One sec while I turn on a light. Blah. Friggin' Forsworn. Assholes never have anything good on ya.
Mercy!
Come here! I'm going to bash your skull in. I killed your king, I'll kill the rest of you too.
Someone there?
Boost!
Boom! Ah. All the way over here. Look, I understand. Kinnereth's a fucking moron. But... just... you're putting Spriggan and... friggin' goat heads everywhere. It's gross. Skilled helmet of the Major Mirror. Reflect. Cool, can learn that. Yeah, I'm not stupid. Is there so much wind here? It's in fucking doors. It's a cave. How the fuck is there wind? Man, you guys don't have money. Actually, I'm a bit curious. How much money? Yep, 27,000 gold. Enough to buy a property if you really wanted to, but...
You don't have a chance.
Last time Ungoth heard about that, he realized what a scam it was and bought a boat instead.
Where are you?
That's how Daggerfall is. Don't buy a house, buy a boat. It's a house you can go at from literally anywhere. Anywhere except inside of a dungeon, I should say. Master level lock. I need to find another way through.
Huh? Damn you!
You're durable. Not durable enough. Deepwater Redoubt key. Staff of Chain Lightning. Wow. Actually got hurt quite a bit and all that. Ring of the Footpad. Major Mirror. Learn to reflect on physical damage. Yeah.
What was that?
Is someone there?
That's not...
Some of them do have money.
Now you're mine. There's nothing.
None of that shit. Down you go. Darkest Darkness. The Arcturian Heresy. By the Underking. Eastmere Kingmaker. Madmen of the Reach. Looking at the place, I don't think that's an inaccurate description. Madmen. In fact, I need to read that. Arianus Arius, Imperial Scholar. That book is a lie. I'll check. The legendary victory of Tiber Septim over the barbarian natives in the Battle of Old Hroldan, Imperial and Nord scholarship has cast the people of the Reach as little more than savages, prone to irrational fits of violence, worshipping old heretical gods, fetishizing beasts and nature spirits that any civilized person would best well avoid. In truth, these accounts are little more than victors' essays. A perspective narrowed by the Empire's constant strife with the ancient, proud people that lived in this land far before Tiber Septim walked the soil of Tamriel. In light of this, I hope to create a more complete, accurate, and fair assessment of a group that has long suffered under the role of enemy, troublemakers, and them. Person who wrote this lore book was not in contact with the people who were writing for the Forsworn, were they? Let us begin with the Forsworn, the so-called madmen of the Reach. The Imperial Legion classifies them as little more than brigands, noting their constant raids and ambushes within the hold. None of their military reports ask the question of why. They were merely a group of bandits, surely they would be focused on acquiring gold, minimizing deaths among their own. The opposite is true in Forsworn attacks. Large sums of coin are often left behind. Their fighters easily throw away their lives rather than risk capture by Imperial soldiers. It is this incongruity that led me to Markarth, the capital city of the Reach, in search of answers. There I met one of the native peoples, an old woman who preferred to not be named in my writings. I have a guess who that might have been. She told me of her family's long history. How she believes they originally came from High Rock, home of the Bretons, which would explain the similar faces and stature of the two peoples. How the Nords came and took their lands, their gods, and their culture from them. When asked about the Forsworn, the old woman would say that they are the real men and women of the Reach, those that refuse to give in to the Nords, those that still practice the ancient traditions, and the rest of their people had abandoned in exchange for peace. In time, I was able to create trust with many more natives in my search that corroborated the old woman's story. By chance, one of them arranged a meeting between myself and what I thought was an elder member of his village. I was shocked to find I was led to a camp, filled with the animal skulls, severed heads, and still beating hearts that I had read about from the military reports back in the Imperial City. There I met Corteron, a Forsworn, who seemed amused at the prospect of me writing down his story, which I quote in full below. You want to know who the Forsworn are? We're the people who must pillage our own land, burn our own ground. We're the scourge of the Nords. The axe that falls in the dark. The scream before the gods claim your soul. We're the true sons and daughters of the Reach. Spirits and hags have lived here from the beginning, and they're on our side. Go back. Go back and tell your empire that we'll have our own kingdom again. And on that day, we'll be the ones burying your dead in a land that is no longer yours. Yes, I get where they're coming from, but these guys are taking it way the fuck too far. Let me check what old Under wrote. With his god destroyed, Wulfarth finds it hard to keep his form. He staggers out of Red Mountain to the battlefield beyond. The world is shaken, and all of Morrowind is made of fire. A strong gale picks up, and blows his ashes back to Skyrim. Wulfarth adopts and is adopted by the Nords then. Ysmir the Grey Wind, the Storm of Kine. But through Lorkhan, he lost his national identity. All he wants the Nords for is to kill the Tribunal. He raises a storm, sends in his people, and is driven back by Tribunal forces. The Dunmer are too strong now. Wulfarth goes underground to wait and strengthen and reform his body anew. Oddly enough, it is Almalexia who disturbs his rest, summoning the Underking to fight alongside the Tribunal against Adasum Dir Kamal, the Akaviri demon. Wulfarth disappears after Adasum is defeated, does not return for 300 years. It is the rumblings of the Greybeards that wake him. Though the Empire has crumbled, there are rumors that a Chosen One will come to restore it. This new Emperor will defeat the Elves and rule a united Tamriel. Naturally, Wulfarth thinks he is the figure of prophecy. He goes directly to High Hrothgar to hear the Greybeards speak. When they do, Ysmir is blasted to ash again. He is not the Chosen One. He is a warrior youth from High Rock. As the Grey Wind goes to find this boy, he hears the Greybeard's warning. Remember the color of betrayal, King Wulfarth. The Western Reach was at war. Cuchulainn, definitely based on Cuchulainn, or Cuchulainn, from Irish mythology, King of Falkreath and West Cyrodiil, was in a bad situation. To make any bid at unifying the Colovian estates, he needed to secure his northern border, where the Nords and Reachmen had been fighting for centuries. He allies with Skyrim at the Battle of Old Hroldan. Leading his forces was Hjalti Earlybeard. Hjalti was from the island kingdom of Alcair in High Rock, who would become Tiber Septim, the first emperor of Tamriel. Oh yeah, he was called Hjalti Earlybeard. Hjalti was a shrewd tactician, and his small band of Colovian troops and Nord berserkers broke the Reachman line, forcing them back beyond the gates of Old Hroldan. Yes, that's why they have it, mentions the Reach. Siege seemed impossible, as Hjalti could expect no reinforcements from Falkreath. That night a storm came and visited Hjalti's camp. It spoke with him in his tent. At dawn, Hjalti went up to the gates. The storm followed just above his head. Arrows could not penetrate the winds around him. He shouted down the walls of Old Hroldan, and his men poured in. After their victory, the Nords called Hjalti Talos, or Stormcrown. Cuchulainn, with his new invincible general, unifies West Cyrodiil in under a year. No one can stand before Hjalti's storms. The Underking knows that if Hjalti is to become Emperor of Tamriel, he must first capture the Eastern Heartland. Hjalti uses them both. He needs Cuchulainn in the Colovian estates, where foreigners are mistrusted. It's obvious why he needs Ysmir. They march on the east. The battle mages surrender before their armies, and they take the citadel. Before Cuchulainn can be crowned, Hjalti secretly murders him and his loyalist contingent. These assassins are blamed on the enemies of Cuchulainn, which, for political reasons, are still the Western Reach. Zurin Arctus, the Grand Battle Mage, not the Underking, then crowns Hjalti as Tiber Septim, new Emperor of all Cyrodiil. After he captures the Imperial throne, Septim finds the initial administration of a fully united Cyrodiil a time-consuming task. Sends the Underking to deal with Imperial expansion into Skyrim and High Rock. Ysmir, mindful that it might seem as if Tiber Septim is in two places at once, works behind the scenes. This period of level-headed statesmanship and diplomacy, this sudden silence, heretofore unknown in the roaring tales of Telosian conquest, are explained away later. The assassination story is embroidered. Now it is popularly Talos' own throat that was cut. The human kingdoms are conquered, even Hammerfell, whose capture was figured to be an arduous task. The Underking wants a complete invasion, a chance to battle their foreign wind spirits himself, but Tiber Septim refutes him. He's already made a better plan, one that will seem to legitimize his rule. Cyrodiil supports the losing side of a civil war and are invited in. Finally, the Empire can turn its eyes onto the Elves. The Underking continues to press on Tiber Septim the need to conquer Morrowind. The Emperor is not sure that it's a wise idea. He has heard of the Tribunal's power. The Underking wants his vengeance, reminds Tiber Septim that he is fated to conquer the Elves, even the Tribunal. Arctus advises against the move, but Septim covets the Ebony in Morrowind. He sorely needs a source of capital to rebuild Cyrodiil after 400 years of war. The Underking tells him that with the Tribunal dead, Septim might steal the Tribunal's power and use it against the High Elves, certainly the oldest enemies of Lorkhan, predating even the Tribunal. Somerset Isle is the farthest thing from Tiber Septim's mind. Even then, he was planning to send Zurin Arctis to the King of Valinor to make peace. The Ebony Need wins out in the end. The Empire invades Morrowind, and the Tribunal give up. Where certain conditions of the armistice include not only a policy of non-interference with the Tribunal, but also, in the Underking's eyes, validation of their religious beliefs, Ysmir is furious. He abandons the Empire completely. This was the betrayal that Greybeard spoke of, or so he thinks. Without the Underking's power, all ideas of conquering Tamriel vanish. Would have been nice, Septim thinks, but let's just worry about Cyrodiil and the human nation. Already there's a rebellion in Hammerfell. Pieces of Numidium trickle in, though. Pieces of Numidium? Tiber Septim, always fascinated by the dwarves, has Zurin Arctis research this grand artifact. In doing so, Arctis stumbles upon some of the stories of the war at Red Mountain. He discovers the reason the Numidium was made and some of its potential. Wrong use of its. Most importantly, he learns the Underking's place in the war, but Zurin Arctis was working from incomplete plans. He thinks it is the heart of Lorkhan's body that is needed to power the Numidium. While Zurin Arctis is raving about his discovery, prophecy finally becomes clear to Tiber Septim. This Numidium is what he needs to conquer the world. It is his destiny to have it. He contacts the Underking and says he was right all along. Should kill the Tribunal. They need to get together and make a plan. When the Underking was away, he realized the true danger of Dagoth Ur. Something must be done. But he needs an army, and his old one is available again. The trap is set. The Underking arrives and is ambushed by Imperial guards. As he takes them on, Zurin Arctis uses a soul gem on him. His last breath, the Underking's heart roars a hole through the Battle Mage's chest. In the end, everyone is dead. The Underking is reverted back to ash. Tiber Septim strolls in to take the soul gem. When the Elder Council arrives, he tells them about the second attempt on his life, this time by his trusted battle mage, Zurin Arctis, who is attempting a coup. He has the dead guards celebrate as heroes, even the one who was blasted to ash. Oh. He warns Cyrodiil about the dangers within. Says he has a solution to the dangers without, the Mantella. The Numidium, while not the god Tiber Septim and the Dwemer hoped for, the Underking was not exactly Lorkhan after all, it does the job. After its work on Somerset Isle, a new threat appears. A rotting undead wizard who controls the skies. He blows the Numidium apart. It pounds him into the ground with its last flailings, leaving only a black splotch. Mantella falls into the sea, seemingly forever. Meanwhile, Tiber Septim crowns himself the first Emperor of Tamriel. Lives until he is 108, the richest man in history. All aspects of his early reign are rewritten. Still, there are conflicting reports on what really happened. It is why there is such confusion over such questions as, why does Ulclair claim to be the birthplace of Talos, while other sources say he came from Atmora? Why does Tiber Septim seem to be a different person after his first roaring conquests? Why does Tiber Septim betray his battle mage? Is the Mantella the heart of the battle mage? Or is it the heart of Tiber Septim? Tiber Septim is succeeded by his grandson, Pelagius I. Pelagius is just not of the same caliber. In truth, he's a little nervous with all these provinces. And an advisor shows up. I was friends with your grandfather, the Underking says. Sent me to help you run the Empire. I'm not sure who wrote that shit, but I'm holding on to it. Book is a lie? It's an interesting alternate perspective. One that raises a great number of questions. Very squishy shamans. Regular Forsworn aren't much less squishy.
That the best you can do?
The old chop chop.
This is the end for you.
A lot to pick apart with that book. Claims Zurin Arctis and the Underking are not the same entity, or at least were not the same entity, perhaps later becoming the same entity. Still don't have enough speech points for the thing I really want, so that sucks. Could start putting stuff into enchanting, honestly. Just making enchantments a little stronger is a good start. Jewelry, armor... Twin Secrets would be quite nice. No, Angas probably gonna end up mostly using artifacts, just not on his armor, I suppose. Armor artifacts are...
Thought I heard something.
I don't know. You never know these things for certain. Oh, it's one of you weirdos. Terrible bastards. This is such a good utility tool that you can break guards completely with it.
This is the end for you.
Hag's End. Chop. You don't have a head anymore, bastard. Place is fucking huge. Appreciate the hustle of them taking the place over, but... Yeesh.
You're pathetic.
Boom. Boom. Now. Didn't mean to pick that up. What was it? Steel dagger. That hag raven disappear. Thought she turned invisible, so I kept swinging, but she didn't show back up. Those are runes. For sure. Ah, bastarding. A lot of times Zangoth will just brute force that kind of shit.
But the head.
Have fun in there. Yeah, it's gonna regenerate for a sec. And now she teleported. The fuck can't I teleport? Mystery of Talara. I do not recall what Talara is. I presume reading it might give me a hint, but I think we've just read something very long just now, so give the rest of you a break from that. Back to the action, you know? Right, I already did that. Find Red Eagle's sword. Doesn't seem to... No, it did. It literally already did that.
Over here!
Boost!
Yeah, you did this yourself. I had nothing to do with that one. Just chucked a fireball at me. Middle of oil. Don't know what the fuck you're playing. You killed your own person there. I had nothing to do with that. Cannot come blaming me for that shit. More master level gates. Well, guess we can do this. Oh, that's a good one. Zawaldo. And there's at least 4 or 5 different mods that do change the line to Zawarudo. Conjured ice wraiths? Fucking how? You're my Zawarudo? Aww. You taking that key? Ow. Sorry you lied? What? We're close. I mean, you do have a girlfriend. I think she should have priority. Huh. Guaranteed. Ah, dang it. I do not use magica potions. Just stop lying to myself about those. Alright, there's an enchanter just in here. I can pick it apart for power attack, damage, learning. The mental image of Ungoth just lugging this around like, oh god. Heavy as shit. Alright. Like Death 13? Lally? Oh. Because Death 13 is cool? Death 13 is cool. I really enjoy its setup. It's one of those stands where it's like Araki started figuring out what kind of nonsense he could really do with it. Elven Battle Axe. Elven Battle Axes do look kind of cool, honestly. Ah. Fire. I mean, it hurt a little bit. Thank you, by the way, Green Ghost, and hi. Up, bah, up, bah. Ungath has learned the first step to stopping fucking time. Slow time. Recharge is absurd on this thing, though. He's not going to be putting stuff into it, even if it... He's not going to be putting a bunch of stuff into it just yet. Hey, I can forge some stuff. Or Argonian craftsmanship. Alright. Back to the last amulet. Which is right, all the way outside Iverstead. Get to Dragon Bridge. I'll say... I'll stick to only between big settlements, honestly. What's the nearest big settlement? There isn't one. We'll get to Morthal, and we'll fast travel to Riften, from which we'll go to Iverstead. Do have a thing to turn in there anyway. Ungath doesn't want to go to Solitude. He doesn't have a particular reason for it, he just doesn't want to. Hag's End. The whole thing was dedicated to killing one singular hag raven. And learning how to slow down time. Actually, getting out of here is a pain in the ass. I will go back to Dragon Bridge simply to escape the weird way they want you to leave this. Not doing your shit, Meridia. Yep. I missed my jump. Darn it. Missed the jump button. Weird glitch that happens sometimes. Nope. Yay, not a good angle. Later. Back to Morthal, do 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 do. Yeah.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
Yeah, you can't just run into the courier sometimes. Just on the road, not sprinting like he does for you. Delivery ain't for me, so you can take your sweet time. Huh? Hang on a minute. I was in this shack earlier. There's a dead guy in there. You must be Miko. Alright, come with me? Hang, follow me if you want to. Gus sure does collect pets a lot. Huh. Hold on, Miko. Hey, I should invest in heal other spells. Miko, what the fuck? No. Bad Atronak. Showered? Welcome back, Bathwater. Alright, no more summoning Atronachs until Miko's safe. Got it. Around this month a year ago, you started watching me. Ah! I'm glad I've had you around that long, Bathwater. Do you remember what the first game you saw me play was? I'm sure you hopped in because there were mutuals in Ruka's streams. Dragon Age Inquisition. That sounds right. Fighting a dragon. Yeah, sounds correct. Actually, it wasn't too long after that I started, it would have been a month and a half later I started Arena. I only fast travel between the major capitals. Or major holds. Because otherwise it would just be absurd. Beast within you stirs. That better not be a mechanic to force me to transform sometimes. I'd be quite displeased if that's what they were doing. Mod.
So many refuse to talk. Take a look.
What you got for sale? I got some jewelry to sell you, too. Going through your shirts and notice all the little claw-shaped holes. I wonder whose fault that could be. Bunch of gold rings I made. Go crazy.
These sands are cold.
Actually, let me see what you have. I didn't really give you a fair look. Da. Didn't I fucking what? Buy the iron ore off you. Healing potions, too. Did not mean to buy the silver ring. I'm gonna sell that back to you. Makes you want to sleep? Gonna do something rash.
The warm sand of elsewhere.
You believe it to be rash, and you intend to do it regardless. I won't say I'm not curious. Damn right. Well, if you feel like saying what it is it might be... Do do boo do boo do boo do boo do boo do. Boo doo boo 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 doo boo doo boo doo. Iron ore. Think Mista ever goes, Chad, is this real to Sex Pistols? No. Solely because I don't believe Mista knows what chat means. What? Oh, son of a bitch. Mind controlling Miko. Where'd Miko go? There's Miko. That was overly close. Miko got mind controlled by the friggin' Spriggan matron. My Atronach started opening fire. Did I ever learn... Nah, I never learned heal other spells. Regretting that at this point. Don't want the dog to die. I'd stop by Winterhold for more magic learning. Hands off the dog. Wing swing. Yeah. There are a lot of fucking bears out here. Yeah, this is definitely leveling my speech way faster than using Flame Breath was. A single little foos to knock enemies off balance is also probably more useful for my build at the moment. I'm sure when I have full Fire Breath, it'll be better, but right now, when I'm trying to level stuff up and make it better, it's just not that much damage.
SKYRIM belongs to the North.
Eiko, you keep getting into goddamn fights. I appreciate the spirit. You get hurt one of these times. All out of ore. I don't think I have a whole lot of and either. What's up, fine shit? Hi, Hexu.
Don't you walk away from me.
Yeah. Hands off the dog. Good doggy. Friggin' moron. Rebuilding the Gauldur amulet. Missing one piece, and then we'll go back to the place where they're assembled. How you doing? I'm doing okay. Just explained what I'm doing. Hey, Telsgar.
The life of adventure and song is the life for us, eh, friend?
Adventure, sure. Not much of a singer yet. Practicing, though. How do you think? My lung is doing well? Ha ha. Gehrman's Hall. Almost level 30, wow. Know if I've ever gotten a character that high level playing Skyrim. Don't think Miko's gonna follow me well in. Yeah. Whoop. I stand corrected. Okay. Down you go. Ah, that tracks. Okay. Look back. Left side, bird whale. Go back and check what the right side ones need to be. Whale, snake. Alright. Whale. Snake. There we go. Who else is... Airman's Epitaph. Archmage of Windhelm. Lord Battlemage of King Harald. Magus, keep thy vigil eternal. Serve now in death as you did in life. By these seals our realm preserve. From traitors 3 and their charm of strife. Archmage Gehrman. I have a scroll of solar flare. You shooting from up there? Get down here, you bastard.
Alone.
That's better. I think it drowned, actually. Probably the funniest way for that to resolve. Ow. You must keep practicing. Woo! Mine's better. Nice one, Miko. Like I said... Ow. Really don't think I've ever gotten a character this high level before. Because I've never seen, like, hulking Draugr before. Not the lever to raise or lower that. Miko? Miko, buddy. Thank you, Miko. How to knock it down instead? Must be something. I didn't think that would work. That's never been a thing. Other lever. Miko? Miko, this is not productive. Sweep the legs, chop the head. Whoa. Lay down for a sec, Miko. That was way too close. Oh, Miko. Rough, rough. Digdus Gauldur. He teleported. Ah, son of a bitch. You're the real one. Just gotta figure out which one's injured and stab that one repeatedly. Okay. I got it a little off. Aha! Got them all. Gauldur Amulet Fragment. Last one. Gauldur Black Bow. Re-ups the regen. Owie. Pearls on a plate. Up you go. An adventurer with Lost Legends, so they give you another chance to find that here. Maybe you stumbled across here first. Alright, tell you what. And I make the exception that Ivarstead is fine to travel from, because it's also fine to travel to the throat of the world. That's for the more annoying crap. But there was a guy here in Ivarstead I wanted to turn in a quest to while I was here. Probably gonna go to Winterhold, drop Miko off there, maybe see about buying new spells. Where is Klimek? Ah, over here.
Ah, good to see you again.
I delivered the stuff.
Quite a climb, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, much appreciated. Here, take this for your troubles.
1,000 wow, that's a lot, dude. Fast travel to the college. I don't mind going to the college within, because it's... whatever. Beast within you hungers. Yeah, I don't want Miko around when I inevitably do that, so... Gonna drop Miko off at my room with my elytra. My Ngos pet dog and pet bug will be having fun together, I'm sure. Wait here, Miko. Look around for,
I'm working on some very important research, I assure you.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you're certainly making a name for yourself.
Yeah, good
The
to know.
exact nature
Sorry, just
of
looking
my-
for a goddamn teacher in this college. Who I'll have to bribe to actually do their goddamn job. You know the ones. All of you.
Uh-huh.
This is a fun spot. There's never a reason to come up here, so people don't end up seeing it, but it's fun.
You can see me?
Of course I can.
Confound it all, I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at least transparent.
You're the illusion teacher, aren't
All right,
you?
then.
I'm good.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose.
Your destruction,
Still,
don't care.
There's always room for improvement.
There are... So, you wish to master the arcane
There,
arts?
conjuration. Da-da-da. Still not the bound spell I actually want. Shield, sword, war axe. Where's this bound two-hander stuff?
Now, if you'll excuse me.
You know, they say... So, you wish to master the arcane
I just
arts?
realized who you are again.
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
I thought I heard someone say you were looking for me. Guess I was misinformed. Doo-boo, doo-boo. Doo-boo-doo-boo, doo-boo, doo-boo. Library. Of course not. Don't know why it decided to take me through the Archmage's quarters. Go to the Hall of the Elements. That was weird. Instead of back the way I came. Is it slightly shorter that way? I'm doubtful. Go back to Markarth. From there, we'll be able to go put this amulet together. East within ya howls. Best I not be near a bunch of people for this, then. think I need to not be a werewolf to be doing stuff over here, though. This quest seems like it's gonna ask me to interact with things. Some guy on a horse.
I have nothing to say to you. Now move along, or I'll order my guards to attack.
Guard, singular. Who I will rip in half if he touches me. Tempting, but he's just a dickbag. One with probably way too much money and an Imperial escort. But I'm not gonna fuck over the Empire because I was annoyed. At least not because he was slightly annoyed. He might do it if he's greatly annoyed. Never doubt how petty Yungoth can be on occasion. Right. Friggin' Claw. Emerald Dragon Claw. Bear, whale, other thing. Snake, I guess? It's hard to see the bottom one with my screen. A lot of doors opening. Which claw needs this? Ah, the ivory claw. Guess that's their way of making sure you've been to the other place. Cannot equip. I don't want to. I'm trying to look at it. Bird, bird, dragon. Got it. Bird, bird, bird. Bird, bird, dragon. Ugh. Cracks open. Well, that's an obvious secret passage. This is an obvious battle locale. What are you idiots gonna do about it? Should probably put something on. Fire bite spell? Nah. Akatosh, why not? Ah, this is what we're doing. Mickerel, you shit. Be killed. One down. Alright. Okay, so it's that one over there. The one currently on fire. Now it'll be easy to tell. It's this one. Burn and be dead. Okay, it is the one with the downturned helmet. It's interesting his shades can shout too. Whip the legs, crush the skull. What? Where'd all these extra ones come from? Hey, beat Cygnus. Derek, why are you summoning your brother's shit? Sweep the legs, crush the skull. Okay, that wasn't reacting to the effects. Oh. Ooh, all of them at once. Whoop. All of them dead at once. Gauldur. Woo! Dad came home to put the kids to rest. The Gauldur amulet. Value 4K. And what does the Gauldur amulet do? Health, magicka, and stamina up 50. So you're essentially 15 levels higher. That's really, really strong. I was half expecting Artificer to make it different, but probably for the best it's not. Ooh. New battle axe, too. Drop the old one. It's more damage, so yes, we're using it. Plus 50 to all stats. No, all 3 stats, I should say. That's a lot. That is a lot. Let's not underestimate how fucking much that is. No, haven't fed the beast in a hot minute. There's some Forsworn over there, I'm sure. And run goddamned forever. Look at that. How long I can run. 50 more makes a huge difference. Or Imperial soldiers. Alright.
Capable warriors. If you think you've got what it takes, our headquarters.
I'm already a Knight of the Dragon. I'm sure someone still has that written down. Just quick mark that down. Hang on. Meditate. How long have I had this? Dragonborn perk tree, of course. Shots are 25% stronger, hell yeah. Resist 50% of incoming stagger. Already do that. I already resist basically all stagger. Chance to deal double damage, Last longer, Silent to others, Shots have chance to stagger. Extra damage to enemies below half health. Shout cooldown, I think we go towards that then. More duration. Silent to others, both nice. Once an hour, when you fall below 25% health, your shout cooldown is reset. Your shouts have no cooldown for 10 seconds. Wow! So yeah, you get perks in this by gaining Dragon Souls. You do not have to spend them on those perks, just Dragon Souls, certain intervals give you perks of that. We'll cast Iron Flesh and... Gauldur Amulet actually let me do that.
Huh?
Oh, this is a big place. Oh, come now. I think you guys would be all about werewolves. That's how backwards and insane you all are.
I think we'll
Call them backwards and insane because they display severed heads outside their buildings, not because of their beliefs, necessarily. Also, they just murder people indiscriminately.
No more! I yield! I yield!
Sure, Ungoth murders people, but he's very discriminant about it. He hates you a lot while he's doing it.
Fall down and bleed to death!
I suppose they discriminate somewhat, but not in the correct ways. Ungoth at least waits for them to annoy him enough. Hell, he didn't eat that one guy yet because he hasn't thought of a good reason to do it.
Back off.
Come on, you monster!
I don't want to hear the word monster from a Forsworn.
Close enough. Back off.
Apparently not on site with werewolves from them, though. Sure do keep getting these. That's just Skyrim being Skyrim, like pausing before that goes through. Don't worry about that too much. Hag consumed. Hey, her heart still works. So do giant hearts, for that matter. They kill him just to cut his toe off? Inefficient at best. This guy not taking damage? Why are enemies not taking damage anymore? Something's wrong.
What is rightfully ours?
Something's happened. Okay, there we go. Their health bars were not updating.
Come and
Where did the
face
body
your
go?
forsworn.
Slid under the wood. God damn it.
Damn you! Mercy!
Please take damage. I don't like this glitch. This is possibly my least favorite glitch yet. Enemies don't take damage. It's quite an annoying one, too. He doesn't seem to be able to leave that spot. That also doesn't seem related to the glitch.
This is the end for you.
Never should have come here.
Alright, you're taking damage at least. Werewolf perk available. Last one that I need. Movement speed is increased by 10%. Your unarmed damage is increased by 10 in beast form and mortal form. Ooh, nice. Ngoth's unarmed might actually be slightly competitive now. Not amazing, but better than everyone else's.
This is the end for you.
Hey, is it a hitbox thing? I'm not even, like, really registering the hitbox there. It's not even doing the right hit sound. Get lucky at a certain angle? You literally can't damage Ngoth faster than he regenerates. So that's fun. But, it's really not fun that she's just not taking damage from attacks. Oh, there is a revert form button. Who'da thunk?
I can take you.
Alright, now you're taking damage at least. Chop. Or she was the last one and then I was gonna change back. Don't need to get perks anymore. I'll emphasize need for that, though. Those are all the werewolf perks I strictly needed. Suppose that last one was also not fully necessary, but the unarmed damage will be nice. Ngoth gets into fistfights sometimes. Yeah, that guy just fucking vanished entirely. Nernroot. That's right, treasure. Don't bother looting Forsworn, they don't have anything good on them anyways. But they have treasure chests. I already know that spell. Bill. There's a chest up here as well, yes. Gold and a silver ingot. Orcish sword. The guy actually hits harder with his hands than he does with most one-handed weapons right now, which is fun. I think I got told he has magic hands. He literally does, is the thing. Hey, you not see him right there? He's got that magic. Let me see. Oh, yeah. This is the Seducers thing. It was out near Windhelm. Head back to Markarth. We can go to Windhelm stables from there. We can go look into those Seducers and Golden Saints. People cosplaying. What's this? Karthspire? Suppose could also look here. Karth, like Markarth? I'm sure they'd resent the comparison.
That.
Huh?
Where'd you go? Boost! Get him!
Not impressed.
Wow. Hit it hard now. Like 3 different places with the word Karth. What did it mean? Probably something in Reach, like the Reachman's language. Just at a guess. Ah, right. This is a story place. I don't know what any of this shit means. Might as well leave it alone. Black Soul Gem. Alright, these things started popping up. Right after the headache-inducing memories. Not gonna worry about which ones. Just yell at the sky every once in a while. Practice yelling at it.
Boost! Boost!
The weird sprint glitch again. If you try to sprint in the middle of an animation, it lets you start sprinting. Like, it starts draining your stamina, but it, like...
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks. Ulfric has the right of it.
I don't know. I need to learn more about this new empire. They're still calling it the Third Empire. Feels like a new fourth one, though. Or a corpse of the third one still animated. In which case, the spell's gonna wear off at some point. Quick, take that off. Need a ride to
City of
Windhelm.
Mark, where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Oop.
Ever been to Windhelm? Oldest city in Skyrim by some accounts. They say the big old palace there was built by
I don't know, it's probably an argument between Windhelm or Markarth for which one's older. I mean, Markarth is a Dwemer city. Sure, the Nords love the idea of Windhelm being built by Ysgramor being older, but... Wait, why would Ysgramor build this place by hand and then leave his boat way far away from it? Actually, come to think of it, how the fuck did they get the boat into Windhelm? Whiterun, sorry. Stupid. Chop, chop. Yay! Level again. Level still without getting speech up to where I want it. Yeah. At least I don't think it's up to where I need it. Still. Yeah, still 2 off. I guess not quite 2 off. 2 off to get the next thing, which just makes them last longer. Ugh. Almost ready for Massacre. Make my axe dots last longer, I guess, but do I care that much? One benefit from perk fit right now. Oh, let's get more health regen. Health regen is nice. At least does something. I guess stick close-ish to the roads. Vithia cultist.
That it? That your best?
Nope, this is. See, you no longer have a head. Pretty good, huh? Boethius proving. Did just get to level 30. Following account is true. May it serve as a warning to those with ears to hear and hearts to know. Certain day at a certain time, the faithful gathered to perform certain rituals, hoping to gain a glimpse of their master. Day was correct, the summoning true. Slashing a smoking tear through the veil, she, her very self, appeared before them, terrible and resplendent. She came arrayed in ebony darker than a moonless night, wielding a blade burning hotter than the surface of the sun. Though she wore the guise of a Dunmer warrior queen, she towered above them like a statue carved from the Red Mountain itself. Why have you disturbed me? Surprised, the first among them prayed. O Boethia, prince of plots, deceiver of nations, queen of shadows, goddess of destruction, we come to worship thee. She looked down upon her followers, gathered to bear witness. Frowning, she asked the first. Tell me, you who profess to know me, how shall I know you? Afeard, he exclaimed, each night I pray to thee, each night I call out thy wondrous names. Surely thou must recognize the sound of my voice, thy most devoted of believers. She frowned and let out a long sigh. And then, of a sudden, he was gone, the air from her lungs dispersing him. Turning to the second, she asked, and you, how shall I measure the worth of your existence? Stunned by the power of her voice, he bowed before her darkening visage. She clapped her hands, and he too was gone. To the third, you, tell me, how shall I know you apart from such as they were, of whom there is no trace? Shaken and speechless from the nullification of his brethren, he whispered, have mercy upon us. She blinked twice. Once he was in agony, twice he was destroyed. She cast a withering glance across those remaining and said, I do not grant mercy. So it was with the others. She putting them to proof, they offering none. Finally she came to me, eyes aglow with anger, tongue wet with hate, and said, of all my believers but two remain. Tell me, second to last, with what shall you prove your existence? Without hesitation I drew forth my blade and buried it in the chest of the other who stood before me. Without fear replied, ask him whose blood now sprouts from my blade if I exist. She smiled. The gates of oblivion opened between her teeth. Then she said, tell me, now last of my followers, wherefore do you remain where the others do not? I retrieved my blade, and offered it up, saying, I am alive because that one is dead. I exist because I have the will to do so. And I shall remain as long as there are signs of my handiwork. Such is the blood dripping from this blade. Accepting my gift, she nodded and said, indeed. If in the reading your blood boils in your veins, and your mind blazes with fire, then Boethia calls you. It is then most wise to heed her call. Find her on the mount which overlooks Windhelm. Meet us there and be tested. Ah. Sounds like Boethia. Everybody fight. Winner takes all. Up. Right through the brain. Forsaken Cave. I don't think that's quite where it wanted me to go. It is near where I'm going, but not quite the place.
Never should have come here.
Over here! Got your back.
I see you burn!
Appropriating my culture. And my wife's culture, let's be honest. Alteration to 70 now.
You won't get the best of me!
I'm gonna wear that.
Did he just summon? Motherfucker! Scroll of Conjured Dark Seducer Warrior 2. Ow. He's got scrolls. Dark Greatsword. Dark Dagger. Scroll bastard. I was hoping to learn that spell. Continue to do the bidding of Thoron, our wealthy benefactor. Our relationship has taken a turn for the worse. He still pays exceedingly well and continues to ask us to pillage the trade caravans as they pass, searching for anything we can find that seems off or has even a hint of magic. Thoron is a powerful conjurer, but also completely insane. He's become increasingly unhappy with our spoils as of late. Suspect that the vainglorious saints have done something to gain his favor. We've all become fearful of what might happen if we meet him next month and he disapproves of our spoils. You ask me, All that time he spends holed up in those sewers has finally turned his brain upside down. Seemed to really like those tongs and rusty calipers we brought him a few months ago. All we need is to find the right piece of junk that he thinks will help him. Bridge the gap he keeps going on about. We'll have full coin purses once again. Bridge the gap. Fuck's that on about? Over the location of the Conjurer's lair. Dark stuff. Is that a Daedra heart? I needed one of these. Now let me call Malakath. He's kind of a dick about it. Sewers. Riften's the only place I know with an active sewer system you can walk into. Let's check this random cave I found. Forsaken Cave. Daedra hearts restore health. What do you think they taste like? Actually, I believe they damage health. Or maybe I'm only thinking of human hearts. As human hearts? Ah, then... maybe they actually taste very sweet. Just checking the inventory. I mean, not really. Angoth doesn't even have basic alchemy to know off the top of his head what they do. He'd have to eat one to check that. And kinda need this one for the Malakath quest he wants to do. Yeah, you had to vor things to know their effects. Yeah. It's an interesting mechanic that most people bypass by looking it up on the internet. Let's conjure a guy in charge. Wonder if he knows how to summon seducers. The old chop chop. Right up there with the new chop chop. Not mean to take those. Though, how are they? I'm curious. Fair bit weaker than what I have on. The mirror. Ah, block up. Kill cams, baby! kill Cam. I think that's getting to the point where he's able to take way better advantage of kill cams than the enemies are. Restoration 60. I think you can finally get some new perks in those trees. Chop, chop. I feel like how you actually see the light in their eyes go out when they die. They deserve it. Oh. Ah, I'm feeling more myself now. Yes. Just took a battering ram to the chest and walked it off. That's the Ungoth we all know. Forsaken Crypt. Yeah, none of them opened up. Chop, chop. They got gold bar. Probably... You know... Tell you what, I'm gonna drop the minor potions. The other ones I'll hold on to, but the minor ones are quite heavy, and I don't really use them very much anymore. Like, build is kind of online at this point. Goth is much more reliant on, restoration magic than on potions. Chop, chop. That was fucking close. Not sure if I can get up from something like that. Chop, chop. Two-handed 79. I'm about to hit the point where I have a ton of different stuff. Oh, hey, Traveler. In the point where next level I'm gonna have a bunch of different stuff I all wanna put perk points into. Which is nice, because the last few levels I've had not a goddamn thing. Found some crypt and got exploring it. For Almo. Oh, wait. I'm hearing the telltale sounds of a word wall nearby. Honed Ancient Nordex. Is cool and all, just... Got here something getting his blood pumping. Up here. Hill, marked for death. Ah. Fun. Speak and let your voice herald doom, as an opponent's armor and life force are weakened. Awesome. Let's make some weaker, the old alley-oop. Is this? Must be related to a quest or something. Dragons have a word for kill, but not for themselves being able to die. Members of SKYRIM is finding a crypt and exploring it. Yep. That's correct. And there's something here I don't know how to do, though. I can't just fastly... actually, this might be a fast way out. Yeah, this is back to the cave. Why Dawnbreaker is so great. Smite the living dead. I don't follow. How does one lead to the other? I'm not saying I don't fully agree with you, just curious what you're talking about. Dawnbreaker the Sword. No, I understand Dawnbreaker the Sword. That's not... Arrow made of a dragon's femur does that pretty well too. Fight so many Draugr in this game. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. Because of a... Okay, that's where the follow was. Da-da-da... Golden Saints. Two bears and got killed with a giant axe, I'll admit. But it'd be funny if he could say with his bare hands. He can't, but it'd be funny if he could. I mean, I suppose nothing's stopping him from doing it, but... it'd be a lie. And Goth ain't typically about that lie life. I decided to commit to a Minecraft playthrough? I haven't played Minecraft in years. Not since... oh man, I think I was a sophomore in high school last time I played. It was a while ago. Don't have any ore that could be transmuted? Really? Wow. So much copper you don't even know what you're supposed to do with all of it. You make copper golems who will sort your chests for you. Outside of that, I think you can make copper gear that's an in-between between leather and iron. Other than that, decoration. I presume you can smelt it for XP. I know it used to be the strategy to do that with iron to help XP grind. Though mining coal was the fastest experience grind back in the day. And fast is subjective, I will admit. It wasn't fast, it was the fastest, I should say. It wasn't good, it was the best. Methods were not amazing. Mudcraft. You have no need to sort chests yet. Or you have iron gear. Your 2 stacks of copper ingots are just there in your chest. I guess just don't pick up any more copper you find underground. Unless it just happens to be in the way. I suppose mining it in and of itself is still XP.
All right, hand over your valuables.
How many Argonian thieves are there? Walk away right now.
Nice try, but you don't scare me.
I should.
Not gonna ask again. Don't you walk away from me. Until next time.
Torturer's hood. Huh. Glass dagger and an orcish dagger. Neat. They're right about the lizards after all. That's not even like a common Argonian thing that they're all thieves. And it's not even, you're not even the correct kind of racism. Want people to use their new ore, I mean, it just throws so much of it at you. All that was from like one mining trip. We weren't even looking for copper or mining all the copper you found. Ugh. I don't know. Build a house out of the shit. Do whatever you want.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Give me the Whiterun.
Back and we'll be off. I bet you'll be glad to get to Whiterun and get out of this weather.
Get to Whiterun, sure. Out of this weather. Eh. I guess copper is just something for macro. Like, when you get to the point where you need lots of inventory sorted, copper golems start being useful, but until then, it's like, ugh. Even then, you don't need that much copper to make a golem, do ya?
Perhaps you have encountered Madran or Akari. Both are sworn to me, and both have... The Khajiit hail from a distant land called El... They're a city so ancient, the sands have swallowed...
Are you selling Skyrim?
The wise trader, the dragons and the war have scared...
Alright, what you got? Get Saints and Seducers off ya. Any chance you got any iron ore on ya? You do. Buy that. I'll buy the silver, too. In exchange, I have a bunch of gold rings I'd like you to buy off me. Not all of them, obviously, but quite a few. Yeah, the pumpkin you need to make the golem is hard to find than the copper. You're not wrong. Attempts to catalog and analyze known, suspected, and rumors facts about the two races that serve to maintain order within the Shivering Isles. Yeah. Thought for sure Rasad would have some stuff.
The wind blows bitter cold in this place. Fortune smiles upon this meeting.
I mean, I guess I know why he has the book. He's clearly being accosted, but... Need to find the Saints. All I know is this guy's supposedly in a sewer somewhere. First guess would be Riften. Wouldn't be a bad guess either, I'm guessing. I guess what I guess, and I guess it right. Hello. Wow, that's a lot of Whiterun guards standing around not doing their fucking job.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Yeah.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Let's get to transmutationing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, all out already.
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith.
Let's turn the ore back into gold.
Greymane's got that honor.
Or into ingots, I suppose.
Steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance.
Turn the ingots. Ruby necklaces.
I helped my father. Take a look.
What do you got for sale? Buy iron ore off ya and silver ore. This arrow. That was just lodged in your body. Yeah, do you want it or not? I mean, I do.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
No more ore to transmute.
All the counsel my father provides the Jarl is his alone? Huh. Let's just say I advise the advisor and leave it at that.
I don't give a shit.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Yeah, hey, Amryn. Only reason you got back into Minecraft, because some of your friends said they'd add you to a realm they were playing on if you wanted. You decided that you're going to join and create an elaborate tunnel system beneath each of their houses like a SKYRIM. That sounds fun.
There's a rift here in Skyrim, and can't neither
Get you a good, like...
passing of time.
If you have a rat-looking skin, that'd be even better. I love the Skaven. It's still my favorite fantasy faction thus far. I don't know all the factions perfectly. I do also like the lizard folk. I don't recall what they're called. Nobody knows who built Skyforge, where the Companions' weapons are made. Discovery led to the building of Jorvaskr and the Companions as we know them today. Lizardmen? I thought it was something like that.
Tools, wares, and weapons, all for sale.
Actually, this is just a fine place to leave off. Skaven are incredible. They're pretty fun. But I think this is where we're going to call it for today. I'm going to stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Well, bye, YouTube.